You can be a 10%er, and you can put 10% of your assets into Bitcoin. You can be a BTC maxi and put 80% of your assets and put 80% of your earnings into Bitcoin. You could be a double maxi, and that's when you basically take an extra $250,000 loan against the house. And then the triple maxi is you finance the house for Bitcoin, you buy Bitcoin, you flip all your assets to Bitcoin, and then you move to a cheap tax jurisdiction where you actually can avoid some taxes and invest an extra 50 grand in Bitcoin, maybe a Singapore or UAE or something. What's the result? Well, this is the result. The normie ends up with $8 million in 21 years. The 10%er will more than double that. The maxi ends up with 100 million. The double maxi 150, the triple maxi 214 million. You can see the power of leverage, and the choice is yours.
MicroStrategy's Bitcoin empire, visionary masterstroke, or dangerous bubble. MicroStrategy has evolved from a struggling software firm into one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holders on Earth, now controlling roughly 5% of the total Bitcoin network. But as its stock trades more like a leveraged Bitcoin AV than a tech company, the question remains, is Michael Saylor's Bitcoin strategy genius, or is MSTR flying too close to the sun? A fair value gap of $135, $180, showing that most of MSTR's valuation is now driven by Bitcoin, not software revenues. In short, MicroStrategy is no longer priced like a NASDAQ software company. It's valued like a Bitcoin balance sheet on leverage. Using cash reserves to buy BTC, Saylor shifted investor focus from legacy analytics software to digital asset accumulation. Since that pivot in August 2020, when MSTR traded near 13 knots, its stock has soared nearly 30x to around $400. To fund these massive BTC purchases, the firm issued convertible bonds and low-cost debt, creating a hybrid structure, part software company, part Bitcoin holding vehicle. Today, it's considered second only to the US government in Bitcoin ownership and offers institutional investors something unique: regulated bond exposure to Bitcoin at $1 billion scale. MSTR's price now moves in lockstep with Bitcoin, climbing during BTC rallies and plunging during drawdowns. Recent indicators raise caution. Dark pool activity 91. Heavy institutional trading that could be artificially inflating demand. Short pressure at 81. High bearish sentiment, hinting at possible downside risk, where institutional accumulation meets speculative overreach. Analyst Tom Lee believes Michael Saylor is rewriting the rules of corporate valuation, replacing profit-based metrics with digital asset scarcity as the new standard. If Bitcoin ever reaches $1 million per BTC, MicroStrategy could become one of the largest companies in the world, just as Exxon once was during the oil era. MicroStrategy's model may represent the blueprint for future finance, where balance sheet assets define value more than earnings. But remember, the higher the Bitcoin exposure, the higher the volatility. MSTR is high reward and high risk. For more detailed analysis, visit www.imam.com.